Randle, for me, is the most concerning topic to talk about right now. With Jalen Brunson, we saw Jalen. He signed his contract extension, signed it at a major discount. Shout out to him. He helped the Knicks. He helped the Knicks in terms of flexibility, giving us so much more to work with as we move forward here. We've never seen a superstar do that before, and I don't think we're ever going to see a superstar do that again. After that, we heard the reports about Mikal Bridges. Reports about him also indicate he's going to follow Jalen Brunson's lead, and he's going to be the one that also signs at a discounted rate and joins the New York Knicks again. So we have that. The next topic right now is definitely Julius Randle. Everybody's looking at him, and they're wondering what's going on with Julius Randle. What's going to happen with the Knicks? Are the Knicks going to extend Julius Randle? What are the future plans for Julius Randle with this Knicks team? Not only for next season, but beyond that. Today, we're going to take a look at all of those reports and so much more today. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. The Knicks' plans for Julius Randle has been revealed. Julius Randle and his contract extension. We all have to remember, he is eligible to sign that extension come August. Now, everybody's been wondering, will Randle get the extension? What are the plans for Randle moving forward? Are the Knicks potentially looking to trade Randle in another bigger deal, either this offseason or next offseason? Well, thanks to Ian Bagley, he gave us the following updates about Randle and what the Knicks are going to do for him, what the plans are that the Knicks have for him. Let's take a look at those reports today. Shout out to Bagley. He states the following about Randle. According to him, he is excited about this Knicks team and believes they can make a run. He's looking forward to being back healthy with this group. He thinks that things can be special with Mikal Bridges. Also, his rehab from shoulder surgery is going incredibly well at the moment. Randle is eligible for an extension starting August 3rd. It can be for as long as 4 years and for as much as $181.5 million. But here's where things get interesting. And I bet nobody thought I was going to say these words. But shout out to Ian Bagley for giving us the following report here. Extension talks aren't at the forefront for either the Knicks or Randle. Let me give that to you again. Randle and the Knicks, both of them, they're not pushing to talk about this right now. They're not pushing to talk about the extension at this point in time. Why could that be? Why? Because everybody knows the Knicks have an agenda right now. They have to do these things in order. And right now, the main focus for them is getting a backup center. Maybe a starting center if they can pull that off, but getting that backup center. Everybody knows that, including Julius Randle. And hear this little part here from Ian Bagley. Regarding a potential trade of Randle, if the Knicks do it in the offseason and it doesn't work out, they will be second-guessed over the decision. Fans and media will wonder what the team would have looked like with Randle on the roster. That is a very fair point. And here's the thing. Trading Julius Randle right now makes no sense. The man is coming off an injury. Why would you trade somebody when their value is at its lowest point? He didn't play in the postseason. Randle needs to play in the postseason for that value to skyrocket. If you want that Randle trade to happen, then you should be hoping that Randle is healthy and he can play the full season next season. And he looks phenomenal doing so. Because if he does that and he looks great in the postseason, that trade value is going to skyrocket. It does not make sense for the Knicks to trade him at this point in time. And as Ian Bagley just stated, if they make the trade and it doesn't work out, they fail and something goes wrong, they're going to be laughed at. They're going to be mocked. I'm sure they don't want that to happen after all of the moves they just made to give themselves the roster that they have right now with the championship aspirations that we have right now. Randle is a big part of that. And the fact that he doesn't care to talk about extension talks right now because he understands where the need needs to be. looking for the center position. What does that tell you? I'll let you know what that tells me. If Randle, whenever he's given that extension, whether it's this offseason, August 3rd, or next offseason, whenever it comes, he's taking less. He's going to take less. He's going to follow what Jalen did. He's going to do what Mikal is rumored to do, and he's going to do what he did before again. Did it before, and he's going to do it again. And he has even more incentive to do it again because look at the roster we have right now. Everything is telling him, do what it takes to keep this roster in place so that way you can compete for championships for multiple years. Jalen knew it. Mikal clearly knows it. Randle knows it as well, too. And that is something you need to praise. That's something that's never going to get enough attention. And that's why I'm talking about it, because nobody's going to speak about it enough. He's never going to get enough credit for making sure the Knicks look for a backup center rather than pay him right now. Because other players in that position would want their money. Randle, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm doing great in rehab. Go ahead, New York. Find the backup center because I want to win. You don't believe me? Ian Begley continues this report, and he goes further into it by stating the following. One other note on Randle. He knows what winning in New York means. It's part of the reason he signed here in 2019. Randle sees this group as having a chance to get it done and wants it badly. That's partially why an extension isn't at the forefront for Randle right now. He understands the importance of adding a backup center to this Knicks roster. And he knows how important it is for team president Leon Rose and for his front office to spend their time finding that backup big and building the best possible roster. If the Knicks have success this season, everything surrounding Randle's next contract will work itself out. What a guy. What a guy. I know I need my money. I know August 3rd is approaching, but I want to win. I want to win badly. I want to win so badly that I don't want you to think about my extension. I want you to go out there and get the center. Get that player that we need to help us go over the top, to make us be a championship contender. That's what Randle wants. That's what Leon wants. That's what this front office wants. Everybody's aware of that, and that's what he wants to do. We're talking about sacrifice. We're giving Jalen Brunson all of the praise that he rightfully deserves. But if we're going to do that, let's do it for Julius Randle as well, too. Doesn't have to do this, but wants to do this because he understands the time to win is right now. Winning a title in New York, breaking the drought, 50 plus years, that's what he wants to do. That's his motivation. How can you hate on that? How can you not praise this man? Give him credit. And he looks good in the rehab, looking amazing, probably better than on schedule to get back for training camp and then go beyond that. Probably going to start the preseason for us if things continue to go this way. This is what I'm talking about. Randle is a physical specimen, a beast, and he wants to be here in New York. Not a lot of three-time All-Stars want to do that and want to talk about money another day. Not many. According to Begley, on Randle, some in the organization believe that Randle can fit well with this group and think that Randle's play in January after the OG Anunoby trade supports that point. That really is my exact point. That's what I believe. But look at this next point here. Others in the Knicks organization are concerned about Randle going into this pivotal season with free agency looming and the challenges that may present. In addition, some decision makers, aren't as bullish about the general fit of the current group. So what does that mean? What does that basically mean? It means exactly how the Knicks fan base feels. You know how some people in the fan base loves Julius Randle, wants to keep him here, and some in the fan base don't want to keep him here, wants to trade him away? That's essentially what the Knicks front office is basically doing here. Some people, maybe even a lot of people, love Julius Randle. And maybe some decision makers maybe want to see him go to a different team, what this team can look like without him, what potentially a trade for Randle could look like. But even though that's the case, here's where all of that stuff about trading Randle goes down the drain. You know who his biggest supporters in the Knicks are? Nobody important. Gerson Rosas, Worldwide Wes, Leon Rose. That, by the way, is the Knicks brain trust. That's the Knicks front office. Oh, yeah, and another person, forget his name. Oh, yeah, James Dolan. No biggie or anything. He just owns the Knicks. Loves Randle. Loves Randle's loyalty. And if you know anything about James Dolan, a la Steve Mills, he loves loyal people. He'll pay for loyalty. I'm not saying Randle's going to get the max. I think Randle will take less, but he's going to get a lot of money regardless of where he goes. CAA, Leon Rose, the Knicks, they're going to make sure of that. But regardless of what you think about him making money, the fact that he doesn't care about what he makes right now, and he's only thinking about the Knicks and backup centers, that should tell you something. That should tell you a lot. That should tell you the character of Julius Randle. Criticize the man all you want to. I think a lot of people still have a lot of hate in your heart for the thumbs down. If you do, okay, I can understand that. Listen to me when I say this. And I criticized them at the time. Let it go. You'll feel better. I promise you'll feel better. Let it go. We're beyond that. Randle's no longer that player. The roster is no longer that same roster. We're in win now mode. We're this close from a championship. Who cares about 2 thumbs down 2-3 years ago? Let's talk about his skill set. Let's talk about how he could look with this Knicks team. It would be a robbery to not see what this Knicks team could do with Julius Randle fully healthy for an entire season. And I'll stand on that. You can't trade it away before seeing one full season at the very least of what it looks like. If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans, and until next time, peace.